In this video, we're going to build a heat map together using Sierra chart from the ground up. That the chart looks like this. So first of all, we need here to go here to a new chart book at the top left, pressing here, and you go here to new chart book, and the chart book's always here at the top. Find symbol. Now we go here to the S&P 500. Currently is September, and we press on intraday chart. We're going to set up first the chart. This is something what is very important on chart settings. And we're going here into bar period, and where bar period is, you find here OHLC bars, and we're going to leave them either blank or we're going to leave them as OHLC bars. I think for the beginner, I think OHLC bars are very nice to compare them, but later on it will be good to let them go, put them on blank. If you go right click on studies, something that's very important, it says bid and ask depth bars. If you have bid and ask depth bars, this is why we need the OHLC bars, is that ask bid prices I meant. If you go to ask bid prices, or not the depth bars, ask bid prices, you find now ask a bid if they, how they differ, if they go more out, if they stick more together, especially if they go more out, you know exactly like it's going to push in one direction. For example, if the ask, it's called on the bottom, on the top, this is the ask, and it's going to move up, you have more pressure, for example. If the bid is going down here, you have pressure down. This can be a very good help, but I think it's always very important to have both first in the beginning, just to comparing to get an eye. And later on, if you like to, you can just turn off the OHLC bars. But I think the OHLC bars are just more nicer than actually the asking bid, but some people prefer both, like I do, or some people just either just one way. Okay, let's just go here back to chart settings, because or else your computer might have any problems. We're talking about if you go to bar period, it says here days, you need to put this into 1 day, like maximum of loading. This is something that's very important, because if you are setting up multiple days, then what happens is that your computer is processing a lot of data, and by processing too much data, it will cause issues. Okay. So we need, you can give it your inside, for example, day, and then days to load. And then, oh, hold on, days to load, volume included, display day, week, intraday, days to load for history for intraday chart data type. There you go. So you can find this one as you see here, you put day inside, then you go to the very bottom, it says days to load for intraday chart data type. You search that. And then you put this one, instead of 30, you put this one to 1. Very important. As you saw, I was also going to data limiting. This is another day. You need to find for days to load for the intraday feature, and you just place it to 1. Very important. Now when we go, I will put, by the way, 4 because of 3, because I had also the recent day, and that was the what I was showing was here in the heat map, because I needed to have the loaded feature that is here at the 9:04 at 5 p.m. for example, my time. That means here the 9:04 5 p.m. my time is here, for example. Right click. Very important is now that we go to chart settings, and we set now the right bar period. On data limit on bar period, we put this one here to either you can use a 10-second chart, but what I really love to use is a range per bar standard and ticks. And we put this to a 1 tick chart. This is something what I love to use, because when being on a 1 tick chart, it's just like not too much time based, it's more movement based, especially if the market has structure. I think it's nicer to read, but you could also use a 10-second chart. But I think just a tick based chart is just awesome, because it's more showing you, I think, nicer structures, smaller candles. Okay, when you're going now here to right click studies, now we come to the studies. This is how to set up the heat map. You have here market depth historical graph. You need to enter one of these. You can already press apply. And then you should already have here actually something. If you go here to the right time, of course, let's just go here. And there you go. This is how it should look like. You have at the top a color, and you have at the bottom a color. Right click studies again. Because there's a difference, by the way, on when it looks like this, or check this one out, that it looks like this. That's a massive difference and a massive help also. I mean, you can see here that here's already this line, but you cannot see the channel here too good. And this is what we're going to set up now. I use always two different kind of things. It's very important that you understand you can set up here the colors. Either what I did here, the same color, for example, and then you press, like you can select your color that is darker, then you press add color, it says here, and then it will be added down here. And then what happens is when you now go here, for example, from range 1 to range 1 here, for example, minimum color, range 1 minimum color, you save that, range 1 minimum color, and then you go here and then you use your saved one. If you always repeat that, like for example, if I go now to range 1 max now, and then I would press here, add color, it would be here. Now I go here to range 1 max, for example. I go here, I select the color here, for example. Then you can, or you need to use the color code here always. Then you can add that to each other. Did you understand that? Okay, if you have set it up these colors here, how you like them, they should be a bit from dark to bright, as you see here. I'll just leave it here in the future because for this video here, but you can just do it how you like it. Then what is very important is that you find something, and this is something what will drag a lot of PC, or else it will drag a lot of computer capacity. Show quantity of numbers. Do not put them in bars. Do not put them in bars and after the last bar. Put them only after the last bar. That means only on the right side they will be displayed, or else if you open, they will be having a lot. It will count every limit order that was here, like every count inside, and it will just have a lot of processing and it will lag. The other one is now what we're going to concentrate on is the quantity. Minimum volume intensity percent. This is not too much important. Does not show quantity numbers. Go a bit more down. Percentage. Maximum levels of display. We put this one to 100. You have 100 levels to top and to bottom available because of the this is just how the data works. If you put 200, for example, oh yeah, it should be a 200, I think, because it's, you have 100 price levels down and you have 100 price levels up. That's why I think 200 should be the maximum, as you see here. And now you have here a nice channel, and now you see it also like this. If you want to have this one a bit like more, let's say just like more visual, you can go to studies, and then you can now go here and you press duplicate. And what we do now is we set up now a higher color. For example, what you can do is we could actually do this also on the same study. Let's just assume if you only have one study right now, you can go down here. It says like secondary number is greater than whatever. And you could put here, for example, an orange. And then you can also set up here, use secondary that, so everything what is above 100, for example, you can make this red. But I have issues with this because I never use this feature. What I usually always do is I use always a second study because it's for me just very nicer. I put everything, for example, here into orange. I'll just show this to you on the practical side. Let's just put here everything in orange. The cool thing is when doing this, you can sort out colors. What is very important is that you understand you make it from dark a bit to bright. For example, if I want to make this one a bit more dark, I go here down here, add color, I press OK. This was 0 max here. OK, for example, right? Then I go here, for example, make this one a bit brighter, for example. Then I could press add color, it's here, I press OK. And I press here and then OK. And now you can see how the color here is going a bit brighter and brighter, for example. Like I go here, I go from this a bit, I go a bit up, add color, go here, go here, go here. So I hope you understand the feature like of now that the colors are here the same, what I meant in the beginning with the, you need to select it from here and then just go here a bit higher, add color, here, 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 and then you go here. So, okay, almost got it by the way. Need to do it this one here like that. And then what happens now is we almost get here, by the way, the same colors was pretty nice. Is this here how we set it up? Go here, go here. And then the rest is just orange a bit more brighter, but we can make it like that. If you leave yourself more time with it, you can make it more accurate, that the more higher it is, the more strong it is. But we just make it right now like this. And then with this one, we can even make it here a bit more whitish almost. that we can see it. And this one you make this one here. Actually, I think actually strong should be more stronger. Like here, this one should be strong, and then here in the middle it should be like orange like that. But that's okay so far. So when we press apply now, very important is to understand the minimum intensity percent. Need to read this one shortly because here's highest quantity and here's lowest quantity for coloring. Look, lowest quantity for coloring should be here like around like a 100, because starting 100, starting 120, it gets bigger. I will show you how you can see this. In highest quantity for coloring, I would actually leave this open. And then what should happen now is actually that this one should turn orange, but it's not turning orange. Highest quantity for orange, we can make this one to 200. Nothing's happening. Let's just do it like this. Lowest quantity for coloring, why is it this? Very good question. I have no idea why this one's not working right now. Show bit numbers. No, I mean, it's actually working. I mean, look, if I put this one off, there you go. There we have the quantity of coloring. That means I need just like to change the order. Okay, there we go. If you go to move up, I thought like moving up is priority. Actually, moving up was priority, I thought always. If you move it down, it's a priority. Okay, bottom to top now. Before it was always top to bottom. That's very interesting. Okay. That was, if you look at the ID 1 is orange. We can put this one with the name inside. Orange limits, for example. And then, yeah, like that display is as Minecraft, this is okay. And this one, for example, you can make yellow and blue limits. If you do it like this, it has just like the name here. Now you can see here orange limits and yellow and blue limits. And the more lower it is, the more at the top it goes, as you see here, as the priority. That means bid and ask prices should be also on the bottom, because if you make them too high, like for example, if you make them up here, then they might be under the graph, but it's not good. You need to make a setting for some indicators. In this case, with this indicator, it's not like that. It's just very important that you have a good or the right order with the limit orders. And now, as you see here, we have here the heat map. What I really love to use using the heat map, if you go to trade at the top, it says here, don't want to show here my account number. If you go to trade, you can go here to show order fills to show your trades. But what we're looking for is the trading DOM, the trading chart DOM on. And this is what you can trade with now. And as you see here, like currently I'm making this video in the ETH. This means the electronical trading hour, where it's low. But when it's bigger, you find your limit orders with around like 80, 120, 200, right? And this was the reason why we were setting up to 60 or 120. This is how to set up the heat map. I think this is the fastest tutorial so far. Let me know in the comment section if you could learn something out of this. Wish you all love good trades. JT out.